Hi, Kevin Young here again. In our previous section, we visited just a little bit about the company, the foundation, where we are as a company, and now I want to give you an idea of who formed this company. I call them the three doctors. They're integral to who we are and who we continue to become. I'll start with Clinton Howard. Clinton Howard is a man of integrity that I completely trust. And let me tell you where he comes from. He is known as the father of modern aloe vera. And the way that he got that name was literally in 1974 looking at aloe vera as a plant of miracles, called the medicine plant. And most people could call it the plant of miracles, or they could consume it, use it topically in any way, but they didn't know why it did what it did. That really got Mr. Howard's curiosity up as to why it was so powerful, what was inside of this plant of miracles. And he began to research that and put together a research team that over a 4-year period of time and about $25 million created a laboratory called Carrington and isolated a long-chain polysaccharide. Many of you may not know what that is, but it is a trade name by the American Medical Association gave it as Ace Mannan, and it is known as mannose. Mannose is really, from a foundational standpoint, a mucopolysaccharide. That's a big group of words. But what it does is most important is it's an immune modulator. What it means is when it goes into the body, it doesn't do anything in and of itself for healing properties. It literally activates the human body's own immune response. That's called an immune modulator. What makes that so powerful is that the human immune system, functioning at the highest possible level, continues to defend against mutated cells. There's repairing going on at all times. There's the consumption of cells that can't be repaired at a very close and cellular level. This discovery has literally changed the face of healthcare. Think about this, that in the way that in the number one requested ingredient in nutritional supplementation as well as skin care around the world now is aloe vera. So it started in a little laboratory in Dallas, Texas called Carrington Labs. It literally changed the face of how we look, how we consume, how we digest, and how we take care of our bodies. So that's Clinton Howard. That's really an incredible accomplishment in and of itself. I've got a friend, his name is Jarman Massey, and he is what I call the Pied Piper of spirulina. I'm Mr. Howard's Pied Piper. I've told him I would be his P.T. Barnum, who was great at self-aggrandizement, of telling that story and helping people to understand how great PT was. I want people to understand how important this work was that was conducted by Clinton Howard. And speaking of spirulina, there was one of the foundational doctors is Dr. Christopher Hills. Now, others will know a lot more about Dr. Hills, but I want to give you just a little snippet of who and what he was and what he went on to accomplish. He was very successful in his own right, had become a very successful businessman, a spice trader, and doing other types of business in the West Indies, and literally was able to retire at about age 30, and decided it was time to seek for enlightenment. He wanted to go financials set aside. How does you become a better person? How do you move through and continue to evolve as a human being? And finding himself in India and seeing the plight that was going on there, literally the trigger in his mind said, how can I seek for enlightenment when so many in the world are starving? And with that kind of a thought in mind, went after this little known algae called spirulina and had heard a little bit about it, but it's indigenous to warm climates all around the equator. And it grows in areas where people are literally malnourished and starving to death. And he looked at that as a way to, one, economically impact their lives with the good food that was wholly nutritious, and two, to expand that mission and vision throughout the world. That mission and vision continues. That was about 1960, 64 was when he was looking into this. And fast forward to where we are today. There are governments of the world that are finally adopting Dr. Hill's vision and using spirulina to offset malnutrition in their own villages, in their own towns, in their own countries, because of the incredible efficacious nature of spirulina. What we have from a superfood standpoint is phenomenal. From 95% of everything we need to consume in our body that will give us sustainable life on a daily basis is found in spirulina. Add that with pure water and you have an incredible diet. And that's Dr. Hill's story and legacy. Our goal really is to take where he was and to continue to perpetuate that mission and vision and those values out to the world with an incredible product known as spirulina. So many other things that he was able to do and accomplish as well. And the last person really is an unheralded individual by the name of Dr. Albert Zaire. And Dr. Zaire was a trailblazer in vitamin and mineral supplementation. The cool thing there is that we have minerals coming up out of our soils that are fed into our food source. And through the farming practices, the fertilization, the denaturization of the soil, not giving it time to remineralize and reclaim itself and re-energize, Dr. Zaire literally saw that people were not getting nutritional supplementation, vitamins and minerals that are so essential to build good, strong bodies for a long, healthy life. And he began to work and synergize blends of minerals and vitamins. One of his most potent and powerful programs is called Colavada. And for us as a company, it's the #1 selling product around the world. And the reason is that it is a whole body cleanse. And so many people in today's environment, no matter where they are, have toxic buildup in their systems. And they need to release that to be able to then balance and nourish the soil, just much like we do the earth. And that's really Dr. Zaire's claim to fame, so to speak, and our mission is to continue to move that so that people are getting whole food nutrition, vitamins and minerals, they're getting the aloe vera for digestion, for skin care, and so many other things that are incredible to the human body are available within RBC Life. Literally about 75 different products that can help to build whole body, total wellness. Remember, total wellness to me means the entire body is in synergy and feeling good and free of the aches and pains and the aging process that is normal when we don't take good care of ourselves. And so from a foundational standpoint, once again, these 3 doctors have made such an incredible impact in our lives, and now we have the opportunity to tell their story and share their research, share their science, and expand their work.